Hello everybody, Dead Spikes here. Today I'm making an updated video like I said I would when the new raid would come out. Today's video is going to be talking about Spoils of Conquest and now the newest, fastest way to collect them. Alright, before getting into this video, I want to take a little intermission here to show you guys my raid report. Now, I'm not really trying to do this to impress anybody or flex on them. All I want to show is I have 15 raid clears in the last 3 days since this raid has released. I'm showing you this because I take a lot of people through this raid. I mean, look at this. I have 13 Sherpas. I love taking brand new people through this raid. So if you want to learn it, you want to have someone to teach you, I am the guy to do it. I will only be doing it on Xbox and PC. If you are interested in getting a raid carry like this and you want to be taught the raid from someone who has ran it a lot, either join my Discord in the comments section down below or join my Twitch stream, which is also there. Those are two great ways to contact me, and I'm always notifying people on when I'm doing raid runs. Let's get into the video. All right, before we get into this video, I am genuinely curious on what this room was ever used for. If it was never used for anything, I guess I don't know. If anyone knows what this room was used for, please let me know. All right, we have an updated guide on how to get Spoils of Conquest the fastest way. We actually do have a quick way to get them, fortunately. Spoils of Conquest, we have them right here. The Spoils of Conquest can be used to unlock loot caches within the raid. At the end of the raid, you can buy a gun or armor piece with them that you have already earned. But you can also use them to buy the older exotics. Let's go check them out. The one most notable one being part of the Forsaken, the Anarchy right here. And you can see it costs 240 Spoils of Conquest, which is a lot. But fortunate for all you viewers right here, Dead Spikes has found a way for you to get this way quicker than you could before. Now, prior to this week, I thought you had to run 20 raids to be able to earn 240 Spoils of Conquest. Also, I thought you were going to have to do a minimum of 4 weeks to be able to earn all of them. And that's because that's the way it was prior to Deepstone Crypt's release. But now that Deepstone Crypt has released, they have made it so Spoils of Conquest are actually farmable. It's quite amazing. They made it this way because the chest at the end is kind of like a vendor and you can buy stuff from. Let's go check it out. All right, you can see in this end a little chest here. After you beat Deepstone Crypt, there are chests on the top you can buy with 60 Spoils of Conquest. To buy a piece of gear that maybe you have not got yet is kind of what you're going for. Now, these are not guaranteed to give you gear that you have not got yet, but it's going to give you a chance at it. And the items before cost about 20 to get a reroll of something you have acquired prior before. Now this is one way to use Spoils of Conquest, but since this is a way to use them, they have made them so they are farmable. This is the first time in Destiny history they have released a raid that has farmable loot, excluding what they did at the end of last season where they made it so you could keep farming all of the new or all of the old loot. So you could have a chance at the exotics more often. But now that we know about this and we know that it's farmable, let's go about what you have to do to get these Spoils of Conquest. Now, normally when you finish a raid encounter, you'll see right here, you are supposed to get about 3 Spoils of Conquest. That's the way it was prior to Deepstone Crypt. And these were unfortunately not farmable, and I tried it. You could only get 3 per encounter, per character, per week. It was quite frustrating. You could only get a cap of 72. But now let's check out what Deepstone Crypt does. Here's Atrax, one of the bosses of Deepstone Crypt. Now this is like my 5th time I cleared it today or whatever. And I'm still on the same character. And I'm going to get 5 Spoils of Conquest. Now let's talk about how that actually works real quick. All right, so the way Deepstone Crypt is currently working. So you get your piece of raid gear every time you clear an encounter, just like every other raid has worked before. Now, after you have cleared that raid that week on that same character, if you ran it again, instead of getting a piece of gear, you get 5 Spoils of Conquest. Now, you will not get Spoils of Conquest other than after clearing it once. There are 2 secret chests within the raid, which will reward you 10 Spoils of Conquest each, but those are only obtainable once per week per character for a total of 60. Now, you could out of bounds to get those if you would like for a total of 60 a week. I don't exactly have the guides for them. Maybe I'll get you them guys someday. But currently, you're going to get 20 Spoils of Conquest every time you clear the raid, even the first time. So just clearing the raid, if you were to do it that way, would take you about 12 raid clears, and then you could buy one of the previous exotics. But since we know that each encounter is going to give you 5 Spoils of Conquest per clear after your first, this means we can pick the encounter that is the shortest encounter and just simply farm that as much as we want to get Spoils of Conquest. And this is true. You can farm that encounter as much as you want. I have tested it, and it should bring getting those 240 Spoils of Conquest down to being very easy. Now, the encounter you are going to want to farm is this one I am starting right here. It is the security encounter. I call it fuses because your main job is to destroy fuses. This encounter takes about 5 minutes to clear. It takes a while to get to, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to learn how to abuse the checkpoint and keep reusing it. And yes, you can keep getting the spoils. It's amazing. I tested it, and you can get it clear within about 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, you're getting 5 Spoils of Conquest for around 60 an hour of Spoils of Conquest. Now, this is way more efficient than the method we thought we had to run before. So I'm going to go over kind of how to do this. I don't want to go over how to do this encounter since I already have a video on that, and I will make sure to link it in the description down below. You guys can go check it out on how to do this encounter. I even go about how to do the speedrun version of this encounter in that video as well. But to be able to checkpoint abuse, you're going to want to find a 6 stack of people to be able to run the raid. You might be able to run this with less if you try it, but a 6 stack will make it easier for you guys. And then you're going to want to have one person leave the encounter once you get here. Once that person leaves the encounter, you're going to want to make them join back on a different character. Once they join back on a different character, you guys can clear the encounter and then make that guy host after you are done. Once that guy is host, you'll all join him on this encounter and you'll already be here ready to rock. Once you guys load in, have him change or someone else in the fire team. Then he will leave and switch characters again. And then you guys can run it and just keep abusing that checkpoint. Just make sure that someone's character has that checkpoint and keep switching them out before you run that encounter. And you can just keep clearing this counter over and over and over again to about 60 an hour, I think is what you could about get it to if you went as fast as possible. That'll do it for this video. I hope you guys understand, and I hope I took it slow and made it understandable for everybody. If you enjoyed it or it helped you out at all, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. If you'd like to see some more helpful content like this, make sure to smack that subscribe button as hard as you can. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Spikes out.